Hello, 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 hello. Oh, hey, hey, hey. It's Kirit Pankhania, episode 11 of Mindblast Monday. And what a Monday it's been. Just saw some tech stuff out before we get into it. And the first thing I got to sort out is, am I connected? Or am I just talking to myself? Let's have a look. Give me a moment. And Vinay Pankhania, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm just checking one or two things, not ignoring you. Just let me know. Can you hear me first of all? Yeah, just Anya, yes. Elena, Yasmin, yes. Linda, yes. You gave me the wonderful tag of the. What was the tag you gave me? I can't remember. The Mastermind Blaster. That's it. Phew. I getting worried there. Hopefully you can see me and you can hear me, and just give me 2 ticks and I'll be with you literally in 2 ticks, as they say. Just got to close 1 or 2 apps that are running here so I can... By the way, guys, share into your groups, share into your teams, share with your friends and your family. If you're catching the replay, hashtag replay. And yeah, thank you. Thank you, Linda. As I say, you're a superstar. I love your consistency. And here we are. Yes, the Mastermind Blaster. Here we are. Monday, the 18th. I think it's the 18th. So yeah, guys, remember to share. Oops, look at that. Should I do that again? Woo! I'm going to take off. Share into your teams, share into with your friends, etc. And in 30 seconds or so, we shall begin. But first, some housekeeping. Right, housekeeping. You can hear me? I understand you can hear me. Good. Thank you for confirming that. And quick shout out to some of the carers that look after my superhero, Gurmeet, Mami, Natasha, Pramjit, Asma. Where's John? And of course, as part of housekeeping, what's it going to be the drink of the day so far? It's going to be water. So here we are. Pens at the ready, pads at the ready, box of tissues at the ready. You never know. All right, let's bring you a bit closer. Instead of me jumping into the camera, let the camera jump into me. Good morning and good afternoon. We've got everybody here. We've got Australia, as I like to say. The Americas, South Americas, Europe. Still waiting for those penguins from Antarctica. Obviously, still there's global warming, which we need to talk about and do something about. Europe, Asia, and we're away. What time did we start today? Started at 7 minutes past. My apologies. It really has been a demanding certainly 24 hours. Just come back from my father's, and it's been like really demanding. Some days are good, some days are not so good, but every moment, to treasure it, that's the most important thing. And in fact, it kind of fits into what we're going to talk about today. By the way, guys, did you do the homework from last week? Jody, everyone, Rajesh, did you do the homework? The homework last week was, to remind myself, make a list of 10 people. This was the Valentine's special one, the 4-letter word, the lube one. Make a list of 10 people who have not been kind to you. Make a list of 10 people that you perhaps haven't been so kind to. Third stage was to forgive them. And the 4th stage was to forgive yourself. Did you do it? If you didn't do it, why not? Why not? Also, please, as I say, do put down comments and the aha moments in the observations or in the comment section somewhere. Helps other people, joining on a bit later, or just helps you as an aid memoir as well. And thank you for all the sort of friend requests and follows and everything else. Have you invited 10 people to today's? I know Linda has. Have you invited 10 people? Have you invited 5? If you haven't, why not? you know. Look, guys, this is for your benefit. This is not actually, I mean, I enjoy it, but it's not for my personal benefit. This is for our collective benefit. So, you know, you've got to be an action taker, not an action faker. You know, have you invited 10 people? Have you told them to invite 10 people? You know, we have an opportunity with technology. You know, people complain about technology, but if you use it in the right way, you know, it's a game changer. You know, for those who are in network marketing businesses, for example, in fact, if you're in any business, if you use technology the right way, it's a game changer for you. You know, you can bring traffic into your business. You can learn about a lot of things. You know, there's YouTube videos on this, that, and the other, and you know, you can improve your life and the lives of other people. So technology is a great tool, but you know, there are some people. You know, you've got a smartphone. And this might be rude, but you know, I just say how it is. Smart people. What's smart people? Smart people, smartphone, sorry, and dumb people. You know what I'm saying? So you've got to be in charge of your phone. Yeah, make sure that you use your technology, share with people. This is valuable. By the way, I forgot to switch the notifications off, so it's going bing, bing, bing once in a while. So my apologies for that. Hopefully, it's not too disturbing. I dare not touch the phone because I'll probably switch everything off. Yeah, Sonia, fantastic. Jody, you know. And the things that you'll find when you share these Monday Mind Blasts is they'll thank you. They'll thank you. I mean, I'm already getting feedback from people coming back saying, wow, thank you very much, you know. Somebody who knows somebody invited me to one of your Mind Blasts, and I watched the replay, and I thought it was amazing. I've started doing the homework, and I'm feeling better about myself. Because at the end of the day, what's the most important feeling to have? How you feel about yourself. Yes or yes? Yes or yes? So, you know, do share. As I say, it's not difficult. And if in this time and age, if you can't do a share and, you know, click and share, then you've got bigger problems. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. But so, what we're going to talk about today? Today we're going to talk about momentum. And what's momentum? Well, I'll show you. I'm going. Momentum. I made some notes myself. So I've got it. Here we go. Steady, steady. Momentum. See, a lot of people are stuck in their life. They're stuck in their business. You know, people join a business opportunity. They start working with somebody, for example, in an employment scenario. They open their own business. And what happens is, they start off with good intentions, and in the beginning, maybe you're doing quite well. And then you hit a roadblock, and you're stuck. And you linger, malinger, lie to yourself, then the malaise starts, or the mayonnaise starts, whatever you like. And ultimately what happens is a slippery slope. No, we're not going to talk about lube. We talked about that last week. What we're talking about is the slope, where you start thinking, well, this is too hard now. You know, I can only do so much. I've done my best. And then you quit. You quit on the business. You quit in your relationships. And then ultimately you quit on life. So what I want to talk to you about is, so many people get into a business, make some progress, and then they get stuck. I mean, you've seen it in, say, network marketing. And I talk about network marketing because it's a great profession to be in. But whatever business you're in, you know, whether you're a one-man band in your own company, selling whatever services, it could be massage services, could be T-shirt printing, could be, you know, Amazon drop shipping, whatever you're doing. When you start, guess what? It might sound easy, you know, because there's a lot to learn, and you're learning, and you're enthusiastic. But then gradually, what happens? You start getting a few roadblocks, you get a few irritations, you get a few frustrations, and then you stop doing the business. And then you complain, oh, the business doesn't work on me. The business doesn't work for me. It's a bad business. Next. But the bigger problem with that is, sometimes you could get into a business and it's not the right thing for you. And you've got to say to yourself, actually, I've got to use my sensory acuity. What's the word? Sensory acuity. Don't ask me to spell it. It's been a tough 24 hours. I'm struggling to spell sensory at the moment. So you've got to use your common sense and say, well, am I running east looking for a sunset? Because the sun sets in the west. So use your sensory acuity and say, this is working for me, this is not working for me. I mean, at the end of the day, you've got to be aware of what you're doing, which is why I said to you, like in episode 1, where's your energy? Is it furthering you or failing you? Episode 2, I talked about, getting an accountability partner to keep you online, keep you honest, keep you following what you said you're going to do. And we talked about all these different things, and each one is standalone. Each episode is standalone, but together, it's incredible, and people are getting tremendous value. So, momentum is powerful, and I want to break momentum down just for fun, because everyone needs a bit of fun. Yes or yes, yeah. Like, let's have a look. Momentum. Let's start with the end part of momentum. And momentum is MOMENTUM. So it's moment and then Well, a lot of people are at the end of momentum. They're like umming and ahhing and pondering and wandering and wondering, and then they give up. Yeah? They go, this doesn't work. That doesn't work. This could be better. Yes or yes? I know people like that all the time. I know people who are perhaps, doing, externally doing really, really well, but they themselves don't feel they're doing very well. So they're at the end of momentum. They're the what do I do next? Who should I speak to? And what this tells you is that if you don't have clear, defined goals, write this down, always have clear, defined goals. Always have clear, defined goals. And there's a whole workshop and stuff I share on how to really set goals. There's a lot of rubbish out there on the internet, but how do you set, I'm an expert in rapid radical transformation. The stuff I share has helped many people become millionaires and billionaires if you apply it. Yeah? So this isn't just like, oh, Kirit, you're great. I am. But this is about what you're great if you apply certain strategies. And there's certain ways of applying how to create a goal that works for you every time. It's self-propelling rocket fuel. But coming to the chase, if you don't have clear, defined goals, how do you know what you're aiming at? Then you're in a perpetual state of, I'll do this today, I'll do that today. That's why it's very important that you do some planning in your life. If you don't plan your life, and this is a really shocking revelation for most people, is that most people will spend more time planning a 2-week holiday than they will their life. They'll spend more time planning a 2-week holiday than maybe what they're going to do this year, or the next 5 years, or the next 10 years. They never plan that. And then they go and are all the way through it, and then they end up some workplace and they go, oh, I didn't plan to be here. Yeah, you're right. A powerful truth. You didn't plan to be here because you never bloody planned. That's right, Jody. Plan your life. That's right, Sonia. Thank you, Linda. It's a sad reality. And most people, which is why I say hashtag don't be most people, is they think this is normality. It's not. Look, even your phone has an operating system that tells it what to do. But most human beings' operating system is out of whack. They're completely misaligned to what's important. So you've got to do this. Do these episodes that I tell you to do because it's for your benefit. So they're the end of the relationship. They've got hesitation, they've got uncertainty. Tell me, how does uncertainty feel for you? How does uncertainty feel for you? Is it a good feeling? Do you feel empowered, when you're uncertain? When you're frustrated, how good do you feel? On a scale of 0 to 10, how good do you feel? Let's see, what do you think uncertainty feels like? Is it closer to the 0 or is it closer to the 10? Just drop in your comments. Let's see. What is uncertainty? Yeah, I can still see with my glasses. What does uncertainty feel like for you or for most people you know? Is it closer to the 0 or is it closer to the 10? Also, in terms of a good feeling, is it a good feeling? 10 being wow and 0 being yeah, no, it's that's right. It's closer to the 0. It's like not so good. Not so good. It's a crap feeling, uncertainty. And this is what I want to get to. What is it costing you? That feeling of uncertainty, what is it costing you? Is it costing you sleepless nights? Is it costing you your mental health? Is it costing you your financial wealth? Is it costing you your physical well-being? Where is it? So don't be at the end of momentum. Yeah? It's really, really important. Are you getting value here? If you say, I don't know, what do you mean? Right? Okay, now we've got to go to the other end of momentum. And it's MO. M-O. Not ammo as in ammunition. Mo as in, if you extend the word mo, most people will go from mo to moan. They moan about this, they moan about that. They're always in complaint. Do you know people in your business that are always complaining? Yeah, it's usually a combination of I don't know what to do, and it's too hard. This business is just too hard. I don't know how to handle rejection. I don't know how to contact prospects. I don't know how to make sales. So it's a combination of frustration which fuels the moaning. Yeah, and the moan and the frustration, moan and frustration. And what happens is, in a sense, sometimes in English we say the shit end of the stick. Well, both ends of the stick are shit, if you know what I mean. Excuse my language, but it's true. If you're in moaning mode and you're in, I don't know what to do and shall I do it, then things are pretty pants for you, yeah? I don't mean like pretty pants. I mean pants, as in not so good, yeah? And people are like that. So you got to, we're going to come to some strategies to help you get you out of that mo and yeah? And this is where it gets exciting. Momentum. Yeah? M-O-M-E-N-T-U-M. M-E. What does M-E stand for? Me. Me. For anything to change, you have to take responsibility. See, even in your team members, yeah, you can encourage them, you can cultivate them, you can push them along and be enthusiastic about it. But you have to be the one to do that. You can't just say, well, I told you to be enthusiastic. You're not enthusiastic. I'm not going to be enthusiastic either. You've got to be the one who takes responsibility for your life. And what tends to happen, most people, is you get into a business, you get into network marketing, or you get into, and it's a business, or your own business. I know people in their own business who've given up. They don't want to open that donut shop in the morning, or that printing business in the morning, or even that accountant's practice, because it's just too hard. It's just too hard and too difficult. Well, do something else then. As I say, you're not a tree. You can move. Yes. Does it make sense to you? Because when you join a business, you normally join it because you have a dream, you have a vision, you have a desire. Yes or yes? Yeah. You don't normally. Why do you go to work for somebody else? Because you've got a desire, you want to earn some money. Why do you want the money? Because you want to, buy a house or buy a car or something. But there's a desire, there's something fueling you when you join a network marketing business or something, whatever you do. When you join a gym, why do you join a gym? Because there's a desire, there's a need, there's a wanting, there's a longing. Usually, you see that as a solution to your situation. Yes? So, you've got to say to yourself, well, like when you join a gym, you've got a situation, you want to go and get fit or toned or whatever. You've got desire, but you have to put in the work. Now, work is a 4-letter word. That's a very rude word for many people. Yeah, many people don't like the word work. Yeah, they say, I like love, I like hope, I like lots of other words. But work is a hard word. Hey, work is necessary. You've got to put in the work at the gym. You've got to put in the work in your business. You've got to work on yourself. You've got to work on your own self-development. You've got to work on developing your team. So what happens is you start off initially by yourself. And then you say, right, okay, what do I need to learn? What's your dream? What's your problem? What's the solution? What do I need to do? And then you start. And you start to make some progress. The more you learn, the more you earn. Got that? The more you learn, the more you earn. Yeah? For example, in any business, all businesses are pyramids, everything's a pyramid in real life. The CEO is normally earning more money than you because usually he's got more life experience, usually, and got a greater breadth of expertise than, say, someone who's starting at the bottom. But as you develop your expertise, you go through the ranks of promotion, you go up the ladder. But where does that come from? From you. You put in the investment. If you do that, you grow. If you don't, you slow down and you stop. Does this make sense to you? So, what you've got to say is, life is a process of continuous learning and growing. Write that down. Life is a process of continuous growing and learning. Or learning and growing, actually. Life is a process of continuous learning and growing. If you stop learning, you're going to stop growing. And if you stop growing completely, there's a condition for that. It's a 4-letter word. It's called dead. Yeah? It's another 4-letter word. So, life is a process of continuous learning and growing. But it starts with you. And when you, for example, when you get a team member who joins your team, you don't just say, yippity do, I've been stalking this person for the last 6 months and now they've signed up. What a mug. No. If you go in a spirit of service, you're not going in a spirit of sales, you're going in a spirit of service. Whatever business you're in a spirit of service, you're helping someone, you're in a restaurant business, you want to give someone an experience. I don't mean like a dodgy experience, like they're stuck on the loo for a long time. But what I'm saying is, you want to give them an experience, something they'll enjoy, So whether it's printing or restaurant business or network marketing, you want to give people an experience, you want to go in the spirit of sales, not spirit of service, sales is important, spirit of service, so that you're giving them a chance to improve that evening, their life, their family's life, whatever it is, go in a spirit of service. And what does that involve? It means, for example, let's take the restaurant business. If a waiter comes to you and ignores you from the moment you arrive, you're not going to hang around, are you? Or they give you a table and chair and you sit down and they take 3 hours to take your order. Or they never pop in and say, hey, how is the meal? Is everything fine? But if they did all the other things, they greeted you, showed you to your table and chair, were nice and hospitable, asked you how the meal was, asked you if you wanted anything else. Guess what? It enhances the experience. Same in business. See, people spend so long getting a customer or getting a prospect. And as soon as they sign the customer or the prospect, usually that's it. Next customer, next prospect. No. You're in a guardianship position. Write this down. Guardianship. You're in a guardianship position. You've got to nurture them, cherish them, look after them, make sure that their needs are being met, and help them to grow. Because people will do what you do. People seldom do what you tell them to do. I know. But people will do what you do. So if you have a prospect, they've joined your business, celebrate. Help them. Teach them what you know. Just like you would want your upline to teach you what they know. If your upline recruited you and abandoned you, what kind of upline is that? So you want to talk to your prospect and help them grow and teach them everything that you know. Because the better they are, the faster the whole team expands. You get a customer. I mean, I've had this in my own life. I've had customers, clients, if you like, and if you go on my website, all the W's, tkcleadership.com, check out the testimonials. Everybody has been a recommendation. I've never advertised. They've all been recommendations. Because someone says, my God, you work with Kirit Pankhania, your life transforms. If you want a super coach, this is the guy to go to. You want to learn public speaking, this is the guy to go to. You want to learn about business planning, this is the guy to go to. I don't, they tell people who tell people. Because I give a Rolls-Royce service. I look after them. Even after that particular transaction is over, I stay in touch. I make sure they're okay. And if you do that in your business, you have a prospect or you sell them a product, you've got a customer, you follow up. How is it for you? Did you enjoy it? Did you like that? Would you like to try something else? Could you tell somebody else about it if you enjoyed it? And you know what? It's a referral marketing business. That's what network marketing is. It's referral marketing. If you've gone to see a movie and it was great, you'll tell 10 people. Yes or yes. But the cinema doesn't pay you any money, does it? The cinema doesn't say, thank you very much, Joe Blogs. You told 10 people, here's a free ticket. No, they don't do that. But in network marketing, they do. And in every other business, believe it or not, they do as well. It's just that it's not so transparent. I do a great job, litigation, for example. Guess what? In my practice, before I sold the practice and retired, 95% of my clients, were at one time my clients' opponents. Does that make sense to you? The other side got such a thrashing. The next time they were in trouble, they said, bloody hell, we don't want that lawyer, we want Kirit Pankhania. So success leaves clues. Give a Rolls-Royce performance and nurture your team. Because as you nurture your team, as you look after your customers, what happens? You grow. Because and the person you are in the beginning of a business, and the person you are 3 months into a business, and the person you are 6 months into a business, and a year later are different people. Because you are growing. If you stop growing, your business dies. So you've got to invest in yourself. Invest in your training. Go to your lives, go to your events, go to generic trainings. Plug into me. Sign me up if you can. If I can help, I will. I've said already, look, hit me up. Some keynotes you want me to do, I'll come and do them. If you want me to zoom in, let me know. If I can fit into my schedule, I will. And some people are already like, by the way, March the 10th, Linda, Leanne, big surprise for you guys. So, I will come and I will help, because my mission is all about serving. So what I'm saying to you is, you've got to nurture and support people. And if you do that, guess what? The people that you bring into the business, some won't, but a lot of them will do what you do. And they will say, oh, that's good. That helped me become successful. So if I do what my leader taught me, I'll become a leader. And the more I do, the more people I can improve and help and serve. I'll become a better leader. My team grows. They grow. We all win. And that's why it's very, very possible for someone to come in below you, learn the skills, invest in training, and actually make more money than you. But it's all right, because you help them grow. It's fine. You will still do fine. And that's what you've got to get. It's about service. Moment. What is a moment? A moment is, I'll get a glass of water first of all. A moment is a period of time. And life is a series of continuous moments. Got it? Life is a series of continuous moments. The next minute is a series of moments. The next hour is a series of moments. The next 24 hours is a series of moments. The next day, the next life. The whole next life, reincarnation. The rest of your life. These are all moments. So don't devalue the power of a moment. So many people are living in Tomorrowland or Never Never Land, or in the land behind. Yeah, you've got the only position of power is in the present. Write that down. Your only position of power is in the present. You can't change the past, but you can learn from it and you can reframe it. And sometimes the past is, it's stressful and it's worrying, and that's why I said to you in the Valentine's special, I said, listen, make a list of people that have hurt you. Make a list of people you've hurt. Forgive them. You don't have to talk to them. You can actually just forgive them. Energy travels. And forgive yourself. And what that does is that reframes it. It takes away the negative charge and puts you in a position of peace. It's really important. So you don't live in anxiety and you don't live in depression. You actually start living in the moment. And that moment by moment by moment, the energy you carry creates your life. So this is all about momentum. Got it? Does it make sense to you? Time check. Cool. All right. Because for every moment of your life, write this down. You must know, number one, what you want. You must know what you want. And you can break it down into, by the end of this month, I want to have this, or by the end of this 3 months. I've said to you before, if you don't have goals, you're scoring own goals. So what is your dream? What are your goals? If you don't know what they are, my friend, guess what? You're running around in ever-decreasing circles. Yeah, and it's not a pleasant place to be, because moment by moment is how your life is created, and pretty soon it'll be 2020, and then 2021, and then 2045, and then you'll think to yourself, my life, I blinked and it just disappeared. Got it? So you must have clear defined goals. You must have a clear defined vision, and start to schedule things, because momentum is powerful. Starting is hard. Making that decision, and I'm going to go to the gym, and then showing up. Showing up is half the battle, believe it or not. I was talking to someone the other day, and they said, they had a presentation for I can't say the name of the company, but it was they're forex specialists, foreign currency trading, and they do lots of exhibitions and everything else. And they've just come in from the US, and they're here, and it's their first one in the US. They're massive, and here it was their first one. They expected about 600 people, and 30 turned up. And the guy actually rang me up and said, "Oh my God, I don't know what's happened. Maybe we'll put an ad in the Standard, the London Standard, and it didn't go in on time." And I said, "Honor the people who showed up. Honor the people who showed up, because they're the ones who are serious." Does that make sense to you? And that's how you've got to be in life. Honor the people who show up, because showing up is half the battle. Make a list every day of what you need to get done. I mean it. Make a list of what you've got to get done. And on it, I've said this before, put only the things that are important and significant towards achieving your goal and your vision. Again, if you don't know your goal and your vision, your list is pointless. Yeah, it's as useful as a blunt pencil. Pointless. So, know your vision, know your goals. Make a list every single day. I mean, the best. One thing I tend to do is on a Sunday, I make a I plan my week, and then I have a daily list for the things that I want to get done. And truth be told, sometimes I don't get the things on my list done. But at least if they're on the list, I know that I've got to carry them forward. So like a bank statement, you bring it forward, balance forward. I've got to do these things. I didn't finish them. And if you do this, write this down. Every day, do 2 things that are important and significant towards achieving your goals. Every day, do 2 things that are important and significant towards achieving your goals. You'll be surprised how far you have reached. See, most people overestimate what they're going to do in a week and underestimate what they're going to do in a year, which is why they get frustrated. Yeah, because they say, I'm going to do 1,000 things this week, and they don't get anything done, and then at the end of the week they're going, oh my God, my life is over, and they're at the frustration and the moaning end of momentum. Yeah, frustration, complaining, uncertainty. They are unhappy, and we know what that feels like. It's not a good feeling. So make a list, really, really important, and put down the important and significant things, and do them first. So make a list, important and significant, and do the important and significant things first. And sometimes these are the things that are holding you in fear. They're holding you hostage. Oh, I've got to ring I've got to ring the bank manager. Or you're thinking, I've got to ring 5 prospects. But listen, once you start, you're in flow. Write that down. Once you start, you're in flow. Does this make sense? Yeah? Otherwise, you're in inertia. Once you start, you're in flow. Because I'll tell you what happens. You ring the first person in a prospect, and you might be a bit, second one, by the third one, you're getting there. By the fourth one, you're a hell of a lot better than you were in the first one. And the fifth one, you'll be flying. And then you'll say, can I ring another 5? Well, maybe, what's next on your list? What's the important, significant things you've got to do? Remember, momentum is really, really powerful. What did they say? Newton's laws of motion. A stationary body tends to stay stationary, or a body in motion tends to stay in motion until there's an opposite and something force. It'll come to me. But ultimately, it's like when you're pushing a car. Initially, it's stationary. It's hard to push the car. But once it starts going, it's hard to stop it. And you've got to be like that. You've got to get into momentum. So, really, really important. A couple of things you've got to do. First of all, do you know what you're going to do this week? Yeah? Monday Mind Blast. Do you know what you're going to do this week? What's on your list for tomorrow? Literally, what's on your list for tomorrow? Do it tonight. Tomorrow I will have to get these things done. Yeah? Tomorrow, do them. And then tick them off. And this is really, really important. After you do the things on your list, celebrate. People don't celebrate enough. Even if you're by yourself, celebrate. Literally just say, yes, I did that. What does that do? It creates energy. It creates intensity. When have we talked about energy and intensity before? We talked about... my brother's there. Ashok. Love you, brother. Love you. Ashok. Here's my brother. He's deaf. Superstar. Energy. When did we talk about energy and intensity? We talked about it when I was talking about affirmations. Do your affirmations. See, you've got to set yourself up. And this is like quick, in closing, this is what you've got to do. Get out of bed in the morning. It's a good place to start, yeah? Well, in fact, before you get out of bed, do the gratitude exercise. Thank you, I'm alive. Thank you for waking me up. Thank you for my eyes. Thank you for my ears. Thank you for, whatever comes to you. Thankfulness, gratefulness. It's all about the APR of your life. Remember one of the episodes earlier? I think it's episode 8 or 9. What's the real APR in your life? Appreciation, gratitude, being present, showing respect. So show respect to the universe. Start with gratefulness and appreciation. Get yourself out of bed. Do the affirmations with intensity. Yeah? Like I do. Like every day in every way, I'm getting better, stronger, faster, healthy, happier. Not every day in every way. No, every day. Power. Do the mirror work. And then go to work. 4-letter word. Work. Go to work. Do the 2 most important and significant things that you have to do. Get them out the way first. I'm not saying don't have breakfast and all that. You've got to do that. You've got to take the kids to school, do all that. But what I'm saying is, in terms of your work schedule, do them first. If you've got prospects you're going to need to ring them. If you recently signed up prospects, make sure it's part of your list. Follow up. How's it going for you? How can I help you? Hey, I'm going to a training. Why don't you come with me? You've got to nurture them. Remember, the prospects and your customers, when they first start, they're literally like children. They don't necessarily know any better. You're in a guardianship position. You've got to look after them and nurture them until they can stand on their own 2 feet. And they start finding the leadership within them. A leader isn't there to say, look at me, I'm the greatest. A leader is someone who says, I see the greatness in you. Let's make it happen. I see the greatness in you. Let's make it happen. And supports them and guides them and helps them. That's what leadership is about. And do the important things and make that list and do the important things and celebrate. If you don't celebrate, when are you going to celebrate? Excuse me. And drink water. Celebrate. Someone said, celebrate? Celebrate? Celebrate. Celibate. Celebrate. Celebrate. So every time you do something, celebrate. Because what are you saying to yourself? You're affirming your affirmation, your intensity, your energy. And if you do that, guess what happens for you? First, you don't drink enough water. Hang on. Wait. It's one of those tickly cough things. Lozenges. I could do my Don Corleone impression, but from The Godfather, but that's for another time. I'm a reasonable man. No, what you have to do is celebrate, because the reason why you have a list is so you can tick things off, celebrate, and you can monitor and measure where you're going. Then you can see how much closer you're getting to your goal. If you can't measure it and you can't monitor it, how do you know if what you're doing is working? And this is really, really important also about momentum. It's about taking action consistently, which is why I'm saying make a list. Consistency is part of commitment. If you are consistent in your commitment, you will have momentum, and you will have accelerating momentum. See, none of this is rocket science, but it is rocket fuel, because most people, they miss out the fundamentals. Do the fundamentals. Learn about your product, learn about your business, learn about your service, learn everything you can. You've got to be an ambassador for your product, your company, your service. Become an ambassador. Learn from the best. Learn from your upline, learn from your sales manager, learn from your line manager. If they're good, learn from them. Invest in your training. Commit to your personal growth, because as I said before, you've got to be flexible in your approach, and the more you learn, the more you earn. And if you do these things, you pick up pace. You become for example, when you first started, showing a product or a service, or you first started in your job, you probably didn't know very much. But 2-3 weeks down the line, you're a bit of a wizard. I would hope so. And a couple of months down the line, you're flying. If you put in the work. See, a lot of people won't put in the work because it looks hard. But I'll tell you what's really hard. Not putting in the work. 5-10 years go by and you're struggling to pay your bills. That's hard. But hey, look, shite happens. You can be made redundant, relationships break down, there's divorce, and all these things kind of happen. They can put you, that's life. But if you are in the habit of monitoring and measuring where you're going, you can take stock and say, actually, that didn't work for me. What I was doing in that relationship wasn't actually good. I wasn't being loving and nurturing. I wasn't supporting my partner. I was being selfish. Not selfish, but selfish. I wasn't putting in the work. I got canned at that company because my sales were down. Because what were you learning about the product? Were you learning about the service? Were you serving people? Were you going in a spirit of service, or were you just in a spirit of sales? Because I tell you, success leaves clues. If you have the right energy about you, because energy is everything. If you have the right energy about you, the right people will come and find you. The right people will come and support you. The right customers will seek you out. And you don't need many, many customers, and you don't need many, many clients to become very successful, because you look after them and they will look after you. And that's accelerated momentum. You look after people, treat them like decent people, do the best for them. If someone says no to you, hey, it's not a no to you personally. It's a no to that product or service at that time. It's a no to that product or service at that time. So I know some people who say, well, I asked 10 people to join my business and they all said no. I said, fine, find another 10. I mean, are you going to give up on your dream because 10 people said they don't want they don't want that potion or lotion or that whatever service? That's it. 10 people said no. My life is over. My dream is over. No, of course not. Keep going. Consistency, keep going. Tweak things, ask people, ask for help, ask me for help. And what happens is you'll get better, and the right people, because your energy will be right, will come to you and they'll stay. And then you can't get rid of them. Then you need an injunction. Now I'm talking about business, yeah? And that's how you build momentum. So it's a very simple procedure. Know your goals, know your vision, do your affirmations. But remember, you have to invest in your personal growth. Otherwise, you're at the end of momentum or at the moaning end of momentum. But if you value each moment, and how do you value each moment? By knowing how you're going to invest your minutes of the day. Look, when I'm on fire, I know what I'm doing literally every minute of the day. Yeah? When I'm not on fire, I know what I'm doing every 15 minutes of the day. Yeah? Most people don't know what they're doing for the month. So just imagine if you knew what you're doing hour by hour. You knew what you had to do hour by hour, 30 minutes by 30 minutes. Break your day down. These are things I need to do. Guess what? You will become more productive. Your work will start to show consistent results. And you will feel good about yourself. And when you feel good about yourself, what happens? You want to do more, don't you? Yeah, if I have a slice of cheesecake and I love it, I want to have some more. Yes or yes? Yeah? So, as I'm saying to you, know what you want. And this is a key question for you. Are you prepared to do everything to achieve it? Write that down. That's part of your homework. Yeah? 2 parts to your homework. Your first part of your homework is, do I actually know what I want? Do I actually know what I want? And number 2, if you don't, you better find out. But at least it's better to know that you don't know, then you can find out. Yeah? Then someone who says, I know, and you say, specify it. And they go, you're in the end of momentum. We know what that turns out like. Frustration, uncertainty, yeah? So, do you know what you want? If you had to specify, could you specify it? Yeah? Could you write it down? Could you show me? If you haven't written it down, then you are BSing yourself. Your belief system is letting you down. Do you actually know what you want? If some people say, I don't need to write down my goals, bullshit. Write them down. In fact, just this week, the universe is amazing. I mean, I wrote some things down on a card, and saying, oh, it'd be so good to be able to meet earlier than this particular date, and just wrote that down. It'd be so good. And it happened. And I actually didn't, this communication didn't arrive till later. But the universe is listening. So write down your goals. Make them very, very clear. And the second thing is, do you actually know what you want? If you don't, you need to find out. And the second thing, this is really, really important. Are you prepared to do everything in order to make those goals happen? Are you prepared to do everything? Ask yourself that question. Because if you're not, you won't have the commitment, you won't have the consistency, and your momentum will be stagnant. Simple. This is not, rocket science. This is rocket fuel. Share this with your teams. Share it with the people you love. And this applies to everyone. If you're a student, you're going through school, college, whatever, know what is it you want. You've got exams, great. Well, how do I prepare for my exams? What do I need to get done by this time, this semester, so I'm ready for the next part in the next semester? If you don't bloody plan it, you're planning to fail. Simple as that. So all of this is about taking a little bit of time and leveraging time. This is about taking a little bit of time and leveraging time. That's how I get results with people. When people say, oh, well, my God, you've achieved for us in a year or 18 months what we've been trying to achieve for 10 years. You've achieved for us, helped us to achieve in 6 months what I've been trying to do for 5 years. How? Because I know what I'm talking about. And there are certain fundamentals. And if you do the fundamentals, life becomes fun. Otherwise, you're bloody mental. Simple as that. So, momentum. Momentum is powerful. But what I love is accelerating momentum. So your momentum is getting faster and faster and faster and faster. That's where you get rapid, radical transformation. Do the basics. Know what you want. Do the affirmations. Do the mirror work. 2 things every day, important and significant. Make them on a list. Tick them off. Celebrate. Ask for help. Nurture people in your team. Support them, guide them, help them. You don't take on a prospect, sign them up and abandon them. How would you feel if it happened to you? Not so good, huh? So you take on a prospect, you nurture them, and you encourage them. Believe it or not, some people refuse all kinds of encouragement. They just say, I don't want to help. I just joined the business because you were annoying me. Well, cut that link. Detach, let them go. Work with people who are prepared to work. Got it? Work only with people who are prepared to work. Only with people prepared to work. And if you support them and you go in a spirit of service, you create magic moments. And if you have magic moment after magic moment after magic moment after magic moment, guess what? You'll have a life that's magic. It'll be momentous. It'll be marvelous. So, homework that's to you. Do you actually know what you want? And if you had to, could you specify? And I would suggest to you, you specify, you write it down exactly what you want. The more specificity, the better. And then, are you prepared to absolutely everything to make it happen? If you're not, it's not going. You have some success, but you won't be a rock star. But if you're prepared to do everything necessary to make it happen, you will be a rock star. You'll be a superstar. So this is galactic class mind blasting. I want to say big shout out to everybody, to everybody here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your blessings and your presence. It's almost 10 o'clock. I can go on forever and ever and ever. Share this with your teams. Let me know what you think. Where's Michelle Poe today? She's normally here. I must see her somewhere. But Jody, thank you. Asha, and to everyone here, I hope you've got tremendous value. This is simple but really, really powerful stuff. It'll help you break down barriers. It'll put doors in where there were previously only walls. Because what happens is you are growing as a person. And the better you are, the stronger energy you have. Not only will you earn more, but you'll grow more. And the more you grow, the higher up the ladder of success you achieve. And more than that, you'll have a life that is in balance. A life that you love. A life that is truly a series of moments that are magical. I'm Kirit Pankhania. It's been a pleasure to serve you and to be here with you. Take it easy. Look after yourself. Share this with everybody. Give me your feedback. And Leanne, thank you for joining us. There's a message we need to chat about March the 10th. It's going to be momentous. So let's speak. And thank you to everyone. Share this with your teams. And from my heart to yours, God bless you. Have a day that is full of magic. Every single day. Bye for now. And just before I go, let's have a look. Just checking who is coming. Oh, my puppy's come on. Sister-in-law's come on. So yeah, thanks to everybody here. Thank you, Yasmin. Thank you, Jody. Thank you, Leanne. And everybody here from all the teams from all around the world. Remember, together, we can be the difference that makes the difference. God bless you. Bye for now. Bye, Elena. Thanks very much. Thank you.